you guys? It is your boy Brent Biggers here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing. I don't know what the name of the series is. The Three Man Army. Is this what the series is going to be called? Three Man Army. Is that what I'm going to call it? I don't know. If you guys got any good names, go down in the comment section because I literally no idea of. Again, I have no idea of what I can name this series. So if you guys got any idea, put that down in the comment section. I think right now I might just go with the Three Man Army until maybe somebody has a better idea, but whatever. Um, yeah, I guess that's kind of it. If you guys didn't watch the first episode, I kind of explained everything in a big format. Like I'm saying, like, okay, I did this, I did that, and stuff like that. So, you know, so how this series works, and I'll kind of briefly summarize it. I picked three players that I wanted, and um, which was John Ross, Jalen Daniels, and who's the last guy again? Oh yeah, Dallas Turner. And I picked all of them for reasons. Okay, and now that's kind of the best players we have, and the rest are basically at the worst possible at each position. Now, maybe some of them are just like troll players like this, but stuff like that. But that's kind of the brief summarize. The off season, there's going to be a lot of rules for that, which I'll kind of just again, if you didn't watch the last episode, I highly recommend watching it. And also, if you guys do want a little, I don't know, love video, I guess the best way I can describe it. I highly recommend liking the life recap video because enough likes, I will have a little bit of a love story. Enough said. Um, so we're gonna go against the Broncos. I again another brief summary here. We're still in sub-minute quarters, but as you can tell, I'm in pro difficulty this time. Usually I'm on all pro. Maybe I might change that depending on how this game goes, but you never know. The only reason why I have it on pro difficulty rather than all pro is because it's probably going to be very freaking difficult to carry a roster like this all the way to a Super Bowl if it was on all pro difficulty for me. Because, again, I even struggle sometimes playing all pro difficulty with the Madden team, which is way better than this piece of garbage. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to have, what's his face? I forgot to have John Ross starting kick returns. Alright, so I'm definitely going to run the ball. I know we don't have a good offensive line, but it should be good enough to hold some blocks. And there you go. You should start for John Ross. John Ross, and the reason why I moved it to halfback rather than wide receiver is because of how fast and elusive he is. With how fast and elusive, and by the way, he's 5'11", which is, a pretty, I would say, normal size for a halfback. So it just makes my life easier. Oh, shoot. He just got took out. Ouch. Oh my god, Jalen Daniels, you're such a beast. Oh my god. I can just run the ball with Jalen Daniels all freaking day, because literally I kind of don't have any choice otherwise. Alright, let's see if one of the receivers get... Oh, that is not open at all. But thankfully they dropped that otherwise. It's not easy running with an offense that just isn't that particularly good. Come on, please catch it. He doesn't. I was hoping he was going to catch it, but, with him being like a 33 overall, can't really expect much. Alright. I'll just keep running with Jalen Daniels. Just get stumped for a first, and I'm gonna go for it. I know I could I know you're probably gonna be like, wait, what are you talking about? Couldn't you just make a field goal here? No, our kicker has like a 59 kicking power, which is even worse than Colton. So yeah, I can't do that. I definitely want to try to get his X Factor as quickly as possible, so I could just make my life as easy as possible. Like, he's 110+ scramble away from getting it. Oh my god, they got that clamped. They had that clamped. I was hoping he was going to get open. Overtron could get open. Maybe Will Snead on a slant could also work. No, because they're just... They aren't getting open at all. I mean, again, these are very extremely, slow players. They're not going to probably get open that much. I'll just throw the check down here to the backup halfback, who's, for some reason, actually not that bad, and I'll take my points here. I'm very curious to see how... Yeah, look at how bad the kick power is. This is the max... well, not max, but that's, basically almost his max kicking power. And he can barely make that. That is terrible. One thing I'm going to be very scared of is kick returns. The reason why I'm going to be scared of kick returns is because most of our players are probably going to be probably all of our players are going to be very poor at trying to tackle, and also probably just poor on speed as well. So this is going to be fun. Alright, so the good thing is I get to pick whatever playbook I want, so I should get some really good plays. And I think this might be one of my favorite plays because I get to use a safety instead. That's caught. Yeah, because it's not like we have a good secondary or anything. And I mean that literally. I really need Dallas Turner to do something. Nope. This is a mess. This is a mess. We have nobody. We got no one guarding anything. Alright. I'm using Drake Thomas. Hopefully it goes well. We're throwing underneath. That's fine. The one problem, I feel like, is going to be generating pass rush. We're just not going to be able to generate any. I'm going to send a blitz here. I'm going to use it a linebacker. He throws the underneath, which is understandable because it's super open, but it's short. 32. Let's send... Is there yeah, let's run pitch buck. Run pitch buck. And I'm going to use our Hall here. And that's wide open. Who's Hall, by the way? Is it Derek Hall? Because otherwise I might have to cut him because he's not even supposed to be here. Oh, it's Trace Hall. I just needed to clarify. Alright. Down by 4 points, which isn't surprising because of how bad our defense is. It just sucks that we're not getting any pass rush. I mean, to be fair, we're also kind of not guarding the greatest, but still. Alright. I need John Ross so bad at kick return. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe I don't need him at kick return. Maybe we're just fine. Maybe I'm just lying. Alright. I do want to try to get 10 yards with Jalen Daniels here. So I could just, get that completed. Why is John Ross not always in on the backfield? He should be in, almost every single snap. Maybe because I forgot to, settle this. Obviously, I can't have him as my power back for obvious reasons, but yeah. Alright, well, I finally got my X Factor, and we got to the goal line, which is really, really nice. So now he has this X Factor, which is really, really going to be helpful when I'm just in very bad situations. Alright, there we go. John Ross gets the touchdown. Just like that, hurry up. I may have to reset the depth chart and stuff because, for obvious reasons. Dude, that guy barely makes it through. That guy barely makes it through. That's a crime. Watch, this is the full power of the kicker, and it only gets to the 10. Oh my god. Please stop him. Thank you. Dude, kick returns are so scary. They're literally super terrifying. The one problem with sending blitzes is that there's a very good chance you can easily counter on a play action like this. But the good thing is we got there quickly enough to the point where you ain't gonna get me. Alright, so 2nd and 17. Obviously, this is probably going to be a pass play, I feel like. And it is. And he misses a wide open throw. Hey, look, it's Josh Jobe. So this is obviously a play action. I'm going to use her back a little bit with Paul here. That corner around is wide open, but it's not anymore. Intercepted. Come on. There we go. Richard Lecure. All right. Let's see if this can get open. I think he might get open from this. Oh my god, look at how fast he is now. That. Girl, I'm so glad I got escape artist when I got the chance. John Ross wide open. I'm probably going to be throwing it to John Ross a lot because, again, I have no good receivers like at all. So it's pretty easy to understand why I'm going to give the ball to John Ross as much as I do. Touchdown 17-7 because of a very clutch play on defense. Look at this max kicking power. That's his max kicking power. That's crazy. And that's from a PAT attempt, dude. That's a crime. I hope I could get like an upgrade for a kicker in the monitor so it's just not as terrible. Oh, God. Thank you for stuffing it. Oh my god. Like, this is what is just happens when you have such terrible, like, covers and stuff. It's a play action. Dallas Turner there with the sack. Big play, Dallas Turner. And Hall, too, got there. Not Derek Hall. Like, I don't even know. 2nd and 19. Let's definitely play back in coverage for sure. Because they might... Oh, it's a run play. Shoot! The guys are so slow. My guys are so slow. I mean, I don't know what else I gotta say, man. They're just slow. Like, I can't do anything. Because they're so slow. Oh, is that Willie Snead who had that kick return? Yeah, that was Willie Snead. This is White now. Alright, well, not as good as the return as last time, but still was a decent return now by any means. Who thought that Jalen Daniels, despite having a running back named John Ross, is the leading rusher on our team? I'm pretty sure he has the leading yards on our team as well. Which isn't great. Oh, read option. This is going to be disgusting. Oh. If that counts as a sack, I'm going to be pissed. Junior got hurt. Sweet. That does? Are you serious? That's some baloney. Oh my god. Again, you could just send blitzes all day because my offensive line is terrible. Honestly, it almost feels like I get blitzed every play anyways. Bro, he punted like, what, 30 yards there? Well, minus the bouncing, obviously. Now that's like more like 40 or 50. I'm sitting a fat blitz here. Play action. Go out in coverage. Throws a quick underneath route. All right, cover 3 sky. It just sucks that my team is so like bad to the point where I don't know what will help this team. I really need Dallas Turner to get after quarterback because it's getting a little ridiculous how much time he gets in the backfield. Cover 6. Hopefully this works. Wide open receiver for the first. Great pass though. It just sucks that we just can't get any pass rush because like it's like Dallas Turner's like the only guy who really can do that. Throws a quick underneath, 5 yards. All right, let's set a blitz here. Set a blitz. Hopefully we could get some pass rush going. And misthrown, making it a 3rd and 5. And that's a sack. I don't know how we just got a sack, and that wasn't even Dallas Turner, but okay. So they go for the field goal here, and the kick is good, tying up the game. That means we only get 43 seconds, as well as 2 timeouts to try to get a field goal just to get the lead at least. Because they do get the ball to start the second half, so that's not good. That was some very bad blocks. I don't know how the heck Will Snead is still up. Alright, so do I just send him on a flat here and just hope he gets open? Well, that's actually open. Okay, Will Snead. I see ya. Will Snead was open there. Oh, crap, I forgot to use the timeout. Shoot. How am I going to do this? Can I move him to wide receiver? Oh, I can. Okay. So let's sub him out. Let's get Brilton Brown in. And I'm just going to pray for John Ross to get wide open as the number 1 receiver. So I'm just going to pray for that to happen. Let's run slot cross, max protection, so I can have as much protection as possible. And hopefully he gets open. He's worth a shot, though. I feel like guarding the deep pass is going to be very important. I mean, yeah, I know we should really be thinking about trying to also guard like the medium or short stuff, but at the same time, what do you want from me? This defense sucks. It's going to suck either way. It's not going to resub him back in, so yeah. Even though I would much rather have him as my running back or wide receiver, maybe. But I mean, if I had him play both positions, that'll be awesome. But again, it's not how life works. We got 7 blitzers here. This is a run play, and we got them stuffed up for only 4 yards. Running a dime blitz. I have a lot to cover with, I think, Greg Thomas here. They run the ball again, but I'm right there with Thomas, making it 3rd and 4. So we know this is going to be most likely a pass. So Tampa 2 here would probably be the most recommended here. I'm going to use her haul. Hopefully we could just stuff up these short passes. And no, we can't. Dang. Alright, we're going to set a fat blitz here because this looks like a run play. About to send the entire house on this, and they still get like 6 yards. Remind me, I only got 4. Still. I said it like, what, 3, 4 people on a blitz, and yet you still get 4 yards? Oh my God. This run team is terrible. I'm starting to regret even getting Dallas Turner, honestly. Because, like, he's barely done anything. And Dallas Turner, that was your freaking guy, by the way. And you just let him pass like that. That's not acceptable, especially with how bad this team is. All right. We got a quick stuff. Making it 2nd and 8. I need, like, there's a lot of things I need, but I feel like if I could pick one position to instantly upgrade, it's probably going to be the linebacker. Just have a way better user instead of just, like, not is better than nothing. This is probably, it is a run play. And that is quickly stuffed up, making it 4th and 1. I mean, yeah, they're about to get the lead probably with this field goal, but at least we're only down by 3. That's the only most important thing here. So that we're down by 3. And actually, we get the advantage here, because if we get a touchdown, they just can't get a field goal to tie up the game. We do, though. So that's pretty nice. And Cody Wright with another just mediocre return. Again, I can't wait to reset this and let John Ross be the kick returner, because he's way better. Hopefully, this receiver here gets open. He actually is open. Julio Jones, wide open. What is this, prime Julio Jones now? And he also catches the ball? Crazy. You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure that catch alone is the most receiving yards from a single player this entire game. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so overturn or Will Snead here could get open. Or Julio Jones. One of those could get open. Overturn, open. He holds onto the ball somehow and gets the first down. I say somehow because literally, I'm not kidding. Our tight ends are like 30 overall. Yep, I'm just going to run the ball with Jalen Daniels. Feels like I have Lamar Jackson. Just like he runs super fast. And it's just so broken because their team is so bad. Well, that's touchdown, Julio Jones. Make it just score 24-20. I feel like a lot of people are probably going to get mad at me for them just being such a decent high overall. Like, 70 overall is pretty decently high for almost all the players. So I may decide to nerf them a little bit as well, just because it's, like, again, it's kind of unfair because, oh my god, they just got 40, dude. All right, well, we know this is definitely a run play. I'm going to try to use your Dallas Turner to try to stuff this up. Maybe being a D lineman user might not be the worst. Maybe, I don't know. We did actually stuff that up, surprisingly. 2nd and 12 now, at the end of the 3rd quarter. And now we just kind of need to play smart. Let's not play dumb. And allowing 6 yards is kind of dumb, not gonna lie. 3rd and 6. Okay, so we know this is probably going to be most likely a pass. But I definitely want to play it back. Oh, shoot. That's picked. I swore that he had his hands on that. I could swore, but yeah, he literally had his hands on it. But yet he still somehow catches that. Huh. Weird. So we have about 6 minutes to either score a field goal or a touchdown, no matter what works. But preferably probably score a touchdown. I definitely want to try to chew up this game and just make sure that they have like almost no time to score it. But I don't know if that's smart, so I feel like it's better to just not chew clock here yet. Oh my god. Got to the 21. That's terrible. Alright, hopefully this left tackle can make like just a somewhat decent block here. He honestly did. And our receivers are also making decent blocks, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it questions me, maybe I should have them on the offensive line. Just kidding. Anyway, play action. I'm gonna try to run this with Jalen, and that works for first. I know I'm kind of been scrambling and just throwing it to John Ross most of the time, and I knew a lot of people were probably not going to be happy with that. But, bro, my team is so bad. Like, what else do you want me to do? Do you want me to constantly throw it to wide receivers that are 70 overalls, 86 speed? No can do, sir. Oh my god. The fullback, or probably the halfback most likely, not John Ross, was in my freaking way, and now it's a 3rd and 3. I thought Michael Thomas was open for a sec. Slide, don't fumble. Thank you. I'm getting tired of just constantly running with Jalen Daniels. I'm kind of getting tired of it. I mean, though, what else can I do, though, seriously? Like, even though I'm getting tired of it, there's nothing else I really could do. There's really, seriously nothing else. Oh my god. Browns now win on this play. I kind of got... If it weren't for just running into linemen, that probably would have been a touchdown or first down or something. As well as if it wasn't that guy. Come on, John Ross. 4th and 5. We got to go for it here. I cannot trust my defense to do anything. The blitz that's somehow caught by Willie Snead. Looks like he's about to be turning back to his prime version because he's actually doing pretty decently in this game. Like, he had that good kick return. Oh. Jalen Daniels, you're such a glitch. Jalen Daniels, you're such a glitch. 27-24. We still got all 3 timeouts. We still have 2-minute warning, and we are very close to field goal range. But with any other kicker, this would probably be field goal range. Yep, he's outrunning him. See ya. All right. Yeah, we keep definitely get a touchdown this drive. All right, let's run the RPO. I'm probably just going to give this to... Oh, yeah, that's open. That probably could have been a touchdown if Willie Snead just pulled his block, but that did not happen. All right, Will Snead could get open here. Yeah, that's open. That's a touchdown. Oh, was that too early, though? I feel like that, I don't know. 50 seconds is not a lot, but they also have 3 timeouts, though. And again, they also could just get the kick return touchdown, which I've been saying a lot can be very likely with how bad this team is. Come on. Tackle him. Thank you. That's probably the best stop on the kick return or kickoff unit ever in this game. So I feel like if we could just hold our own, I think we can definitely win this game here. pass. I'm on a lineman, and they don't quite get the first. That's out of bounds. I don't know if that was out of bounds, but whatever. No, I'm gonna play cut. I'm gonna play zone. I'm just scared of sending blitzes. I'm super scared because like we have like 83 speed corners, so it's like if they go deep, there's a very good chance they can get extremely just open. They throw it to the halfback, which just gets stuffed for 2 yards. At 31 seconds, they're already at the 42. So that was like, what, 20 seconds or 19 seconds or something? And they're already about midfield. Well, they are actually at midfield. They call timeout. They have 27 seconds left. Maybe we might get this, maybe. If we can get like one sack, though, for sure, it's probably game over. I just got there. That's intercepted, and that's game over. Finley barely getting there. AJ Finley with the game-sealing interception to end the game. And you bet your sweet butt I am just kneeing this. I am kneeing this football. I am not doing anything. Oh, shoot. I do have to run one play. I do have to run up the ball at least once. I'll probably just run like a QB sneak. Just something like super, super straightforward. So I'm going to run a QB sneak or fullback dive. That works too. And now we could finally end this game. Whew. What a game. What a freaking game. 31-27. That's just how bad our defense is. I mean, obviously with the upgrades and stuff, things might get a little bit easier, but that's just it. It's just a little bit easier. So now we're going to the player stats, and yeah, I only threw the ball like 20 times. And I only got 16 of them complete. John Ross, though, did pretty good of a job, despite how bad our offensive line was. And he also had the most... Did he have the most receiving yards as well? No, he was tied with Julio Jones. Isn't that crazy? Will Snead, I thought he had more yards than that. Apparently he didn't. Blocking, we only allowed one sack, which is not that bad, but it was from Stone Forsythe, which is a little sad. We did actually get after the quarterback a lot more than I thought we would, and it also got a lot more interceptions. And who would have thought it was from our safeties, who I actually thought was going to be very concerning in the end because of how slow they are. And you know, the biggest thing for safeties is to be in front of everything, and with speed that's fat or that slow isn't going to help. Words of recommendation. He doesn't probably get any new abilities, though, unfortunately. Oh, he does get some new abilities, just nothing that I really want. Like, I can't really get some of those, like, big abilities. When he gets those big abilities, we're going to be in business. Dallas Turner gets an upgrade. Thank God, because... Oh, that would have not ended well if he didn't. He still only has, like, 2 upgrades, or 2 abilities. And I only could pick one, which is kind of sad. Michael Thomas gets an upgrade. Good for him. Obviously, I am going to decrease Michael Thomas, Will Snead, and Julio Jones overall. Probably like catching, maybe even somewhat their speed as well. Just because it's kind of unfair, but at the same time, there are not a lot of bad receivers. Like I'm not kidding. I think the best free agent is like a 60, or the worst free agent receiver is like a 64 overall or something. Yeah, it's like 63. And even then, like some of these receivers have like decent speed. Like Tyler Earl was 97 speed. Xavier Smith, who's 90 speed. Like you could kind of get where I'm coming from. So, yeah, my receiving core is probably the best part about this team in terms of depth, but it's not saying that lightly. Yeah, Julio Jones has 89 speed. That's pretty unfair because that's actually pretty revitarily decent. So I kind of want to nerf that just a tiny bit. So I know this team is already difficult as is, but I mean, it kind of did feel a little unfair just having that like instant open receiver like Julio Jones. So Julio Jones is now at 68 overall. I will also nerf Michael Thomas as well as Willie Snead because again, it's kind of unfair of how they kind of were. I'll keep his catching stats kind of the same, but then like his route running could go down pretty quickly though. So yeah, so now he's a 70 overall, so he might even nerf him a tiny bit more because Will Snead's about that too. So again, this receiving core is not going to be good. It's not close to being good. It should honestly probably be easily the worst receiving core in the league. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to not throw it to them. That's the thing. Will Snead is now 67 overall. Now I kind of just need to nerf Michael Thomas a little bit, and then everything should be fine. I mean, I know he did just get an upgrade, so that's something you do have to mention. But at the same time, though, actually, I should really nerf his deep route running. I'll upgrade a little bit of that, though, but nerf his deep route running a lot. Still 70 overall, really. After all of those upgrades, he's still a 70 overall. Or D upgrades, sorry. Um, I'll nerf the catching then a little bit more. That should definitely put him at like a 68 or something. Yeah, he's a 69 now. That's good. Um, so yeah, technically our roster got worse technically after this game, which is weird to say, but technically it did because I nerfed those guys. We're still a 60 overall though. Let me do this so it's like best generated. I'm very surprised that John Ross is not a starting kick or punt returner because he is so fast. I know this is a little cheating, but it's not because it's just kick and punt return. It's not that dead serious. I didn't even click circle. I didn't even click circle. What are you talking about? All right. I want to just up his kick return and punt return a little bit. At statistic, it's not going to even increase his overall, like, at all. It really shouldn't. And yeah, like, I'm even doing it just slightly. I still am very surprised that he's not even, like, in the kicking return. Like, he's not even in here. Which, again, is kind of surprising with how, like, fast he is. Very surprising. So we have 0 upgrades heading into the season, or heading into this game. But it's whatever. So punt return. Where's Willie's? Oh, John Harrells is the best at kick return. It's just the game doesn't want him because he's like doing so many other things on the roster. It's like, really? But I do actually want to see him as my starting kick and punt returner because that was actually one of the big things that I wanted him to do. So yeah. I forgot what ability does he have? I know he has an ability, but he has his goal line back. That's actually pretty important. Or his revocation be good. Players with this ability will recover from effects of fatigue at an increased rate between plays. I mean, I don't know if that's really going to help. Eligenizers, ball carriers with this ability will replenish a portion of their stamina until successfully performing any skill move. Oh, that's actually pretty useful, pretty much, I would say. And I don't really know what ability I want him to do because Ankleberger sounds pretty nice too. Truly devastating receiving threats. So when they enter the zone, they have an increased fake out rates on spin and juke moves. Spin, juke, hurdle after the catch. But that's after the catch. I kind of want both, which that's what First One Free does. So, yeah. I can really kick that. Bro, this team is still like garbage, by the way. Dallas Turner, I wish he did had other upgrades because, again, he isn't really that good, and a lot of the good abilities is by being him actually being a decent edge rusher. Which that's gonna be very hard to do when you have literally no help from anybody else. I mean, didn't somebody get a sack during that game though? Who got the sack? Somebody got a sack. I don't know who, but it was on the defensive line, I know for certain. Worthy sixth worst? How are we the sixth? Oh, no. Oh, that must have been one of the outside linebackers or something. How are we the sixth worst in offense when we put up 31 points? Can I just say that makes no sense? Yeah, we're like one of the top in points. We're also the top in yards. What, is it like first downs or something? Is that why? No, because we're still on the top of that as well. Rushing touchdowns, we had 2. We also had 2 passing touchdowns. I don't get why we're the 6th worst. Because we're doing really good on the rushing. Okay, maybe it might be because of passing yards. Yeah, we're like the 3rd worst in passing yards. Even then, this shouldn't really bring us that down at least. Whatever. Jalen Daniels, though, did a really, really good job. You know what's funny? Jalen Daniels has almost the most rushing yards. If I rushed for 2 more yards, he would have the most rushing yards from a single player. That, honestly, I've started to be tempted to maybe move him to wide receiver. I mean, no, like, seriously think about it, though. John Ross is not bad at running back by any means. It's just, I kind of barely run the ball, and I'm starting to kind of notice that. And Tyler Hootskin isn't that bad. He isn't that bad. It's not great by any means, but he isn't terrible, you know? So maybe I do move him back to wide receiver and just see how that goes. You know, I think I might just move him to wide receiver for one game and just see how that goes, because I have no idea how this might go. Absolutely zero clue. Because this could go really well or really bad very quickly. I probably want to give him maybe Rackham, maybe. When you enter the zone, this ability increases their success rate on rat catches against single coverage. When you enter the zone, they are nearly guaranteed to break their first post-catch tackle. I probably might just keep Rackham. I think I might just keep Rackham. That's probably what I'm just going to do. You know what's funny? I think he's the shortest receiver. No, he's tied with Will Snead being also 5'11". Interesting. I think it's funny that he's 5'11" and he's 86, while Julio Jones, who used to be 89, is now 87, despite 6'3". Anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.